I had really bad acne for 15 years. 50. And I cleared it naturally with food. That being said, it's been clear for a really long time now, and I have a checklist of sorts in my mind called my clear code that keeps my skin clear, even though it's been a really long time and even though my life has changed tremendously. So today I wanted to share my clear skin checklist with you, plus give you the tools to create your own clear code, your own clear skin checklist. So let's dive in and get you going. Hi there, my name is Therese, and after 15 years of acne struggles, I finally cleared my skin naturally and created my acne clearing program, The Clear Code, to help you do the same. 10 years and thousands of clients later, I've made it my life's work to get you clear skin without harsh chemicals, pills, and/or creams. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video. To understand and/or to craft your clear skin checklist, you have to understand the 7 root acne triggers plus the 3 main root acne triggers. So I'm going to share those, then I'm going to share my root acne triggers. So the 7 main root acne triggers that exist in the world, the 7 main reasons you're breaking out are: number 1, blood sugar management issues. Number 2, gut health challenges. Number 3, hormonal imbalances. Number 4, food allergies. Number 5, topical issues. Number 6, stress management stuff. And number 7, overall inflammation. Those are going to be the main reasons you're breaking out. Those are going to be why you have acne in the first place, okay? Now, that being said, in all of my work, I see 3 main themes, okay? 3 main root triggers that if and when we address those correctly, we're able to clear your acne in a manageable, sustainable way over time. Everyone, that being said, leans one way or the other, right? A lot of us are predominantly going to struggle with acne because of one main root trigger, and then it's supported by the other 3 in varying levels. And those are the blood sugar management challenges, hormonal imbalances, and gut health challenges. So my root acne triggers were primarily blood sugar management stuff, followed by gut health challenges, followed by estrogen dominance, so hormonal stuff, okay? And again, that's kind of vague, but I'll go into the specifics. I have a lot of type 2 diabetes in my family, so I am genetically predisposed to that. Children of type 2 diabetics are 40% more likely to get it, which is crazy. That being said, I have always had a sweet tooth. I love sugar. I do. I've gotten better for sure, obviously, but I really went hard when I was young. Like, I really liked sugar. Candy. Like Starburst. So blood sugar management stuff for sure. And the reason blood sugar management is a trigger is because if you have a diet that's high in glucose, high in sugar, you're more likely to have higher insulin levels, which can lead to insulin growth factor 1 levels being increased, which can increase skin cells at the pore. We have 4 conditions needed at our pore for a breakout: too many skin cells, too much oil, skin cells don't slough off, and then P. acnes gets into the pore and causes a breakout to form. That's what causes acne to form in the first place, okay? And so having a diet high in sugar impacts that first condition. Gut health challenges. Oof, those were big for me. I was on the birth control pill for an extended period of time. I took a bunch of different ones, hated them all. I also took doxycycline for an extended period of time from an acne perspective, right? And so I really messed up my gut because when and if you take both of those things, for example, the birth control pill and doxycycline, you are going to be prone to be dealing with gut dysbiosis, leaky gut, as well as nutritional deficiencies. So things like vitamin A, zinc, B vitamins, magnesium, you're going to be chronically low in those because of just an inability to adequately absorb a lot of those nutrients as a result of taking those medicines. And or you're going to be chronically constipated. And as a result, you're not detoxifying out things properly. And I definitely struggle with all that. Which leads me to my 3rd root acne trigger, which was estrogen dominance. I definitely struggled with just having too much estrogen after coming off the birth control pill. I was puffy before my periods. I had mid-cycle and pre-period breakouts. I was chronically constipated, which also can be linked with estrogen dominance, right? It's gut health, estrogen stuff. It's basically detoxification is the theme of things there, right? And so my acne clearing checklist had to address these items, right? It had to address these specific action items because otherwise I wasn't going to address the root of the issue. So here is my clear skin checklist. I'm going to start in the morning and go throughout the day. First thing I do is I grab 8 to 12 ounces of water first thing in the morning. When we wake up, we are chronically dehydrated, first things first, which means our body, our digestion, everything is moving a little bit slower, right? And so grabbing 8 to 12 ounces when you first wake up is a really great action step. Action step number 2 is I grab my probiotic with my water. And I have a really high quality probiotic. I take like 100 billion organisms at this point, but if you've never taken a probiotic before, don't start there. Trust me, don't start with that. You poo your pants. Just start low. Do like 10 billion organisms or more. But I take that high quality probiotic and high amount of live bacterial cultures because my gut needs it. I've definitely been on and off antibiotics over the past year for random things. And so it's important to re-inoculate your gut with healthy probiotics, and probiotics are a great way to do that. The third action item in my clear code checklist is I always have something with my coffee no matter what. I'll have, even if I'm like not feeling it that day and I'm not that hungry for whatever reason, I'll have half a banana, half an avocado, or I'll have some toast with almond butter. I have something in my stomach when I drink my coffee because, well, two main reasons. Number one, you want to avoid having coffee on a fasted stomach, on an empty stomach, in a fasted state. Because all it might do is just spike up your stress hormones, spike up your blood sugar management, and make you really kind of jittery, stressed, increasing stress hormones, epinephrine, adrenaline, all these things. And then you're kind of screwed, right? It just starts your day off bad. I also had a gut health challenge a few years ago where I just had like a really acidic stomach. Honestly, probably from years of drinking coffee on an empty stomach. I'm not kidding. I don't do it anymore, but I used to. And I remember the feeling. You're like, woo! But I definitely had high acid. I had to be on omeprazole, for example, for a long time. And so I really avoid that situation again because it was horrifying. The fourth action step in my clear code checklist is that I have a high protein or a fat with my breakfast. Again, I just mentioned half an avocado. I usually have eggs, half an avocado. My body loves dairy. I don't know why. But my body really likes cheese and milk. Doesn't impact my acne at all. And so I have a concoction that everyone thinks is disgusting, but it's really good. I'll have half an avocado with 2 to 3 eggs with half a cup of cottage cheese. I'll mix it up and then I'll add mustard, and everyone is horrified by that, but it's actually quite delightful if you want to try it. But the reason I do that is because that sets me up from a fuel perspective. I am adequately fueled for the morning that I want to have. Even when you just have toast or a croissant or a bagel with some orange juice, you're literally ultimately just eating sugar. You're going to spike yourself up and then it's going to fall back down. And you're going to be on that roller coaster all day, baby, all day. The fifth action step that I take is I hit around 120, 130 grams of protein every day. I know it's a lot. I work out every day, 6 days a week. I lift weights 6 days a week. I really am focusing on muscle maintenance and even muscle gain recently. And I also, because of my blood sugar management challenges, basically my whole life, I really think that linked into to eating too little protein. I really wasn't having enough protein because I would eat a lot of food, right? Maybe a lot of pasta, for example. And I was starving all the time, like bone bending hunger all the time. Like all my friends know it's like a chronic thing. And I started to increase my protein about 1.5 years ago to having a solid 120, 130 grams a day. And it has been life-changing in terms of satiation, hunger, which also balances my blood sugar, which keeps my skin clearer. Number 6 action step is that I have a really limited skincare routine, believe it or not. I don't wash my face in the morning. That shocks basically everyone. I just do a gentle water wash and then I apply SPF moisturizer. Oh no, I'm sorry. I added in something new. I add a little vitamin C in the morning, and the morning's now for anti-aging because I am no longer 22. And then on top of that, I'll apply moisturizer and SPF. Really simple, like the simplest stuff. And then at night, if I wear makeup, I'll cleanse. I'm not that great about cleansing, I'm not gonna lie. I'll water wash a lot or gently cleanse with something that I can barely feel on my face. But besides that, I don't over cleanse because a lot of us over cleanse and it's not bueno. And so I'll use a gentle face wash. I will either use some type of gentle chemical exfoliant, like a gentle salicylic acid a few times a week, or I'll use tretinoin, like a 0.025% for anti-aging, maybe 2 to 3 times a week, and that's it. The moisturizer and then like a gentle oil. But if you have acne, I don't want you to touch oils, okay? Because it might be fungal acne and oil will make it worse. The 7th action step that I take is I have probiotics in my food at least every other day. So there are a bunch of different ways you can support your gut health. You have probiotics, prebiotics, and then you have more restorative and or supplementary action steps you can take. I have focused a lot on having a lot of high quality probiotics in terms of food. So I'll have kombucha, kimchi, sauerkraut, 2 to 3 to 4 times a week, just depending on how my gut health feels. And that allows me to add in live bacterial cultures without adding in more supplements. It's One of the best ways to get probiotics is actually via your food, believe it or not, instead of the pill, even though the pills are good. Yogurt is another one that I forgot to mention that I'll definitely have 2 to 3 times a week. And if you feel like dairy might bother your skin, you can definitely use something like a non-dairy yogurt. That can be really helpful and beneficial too. The 8th action step on my clear code checklist is I try to sweat every day. I don't really care how I sweat. I shouldn't say that. I do have specific fitness goals, but I am very unspecific about how I sweat. Sometimes I'll work out and I'll do weights and I won't necessarily sweat. And then I'll go and I'll sit in the sauna to sweat. Or I'll take a really long walk and I'll try to like amp up my miles per hour so that I'm sweating a little bit that way. But besides that, as long as you're sweating, like live free. It can be any way, anyhow. You just want to get your lymphatic system working because it's also a system of detoxification for you and your body. The 9th action step, which I'm realizing it sounds like I have a lot of steps, but obviously these have just become part of my daily life at this point. But the 9th action step that I take is I try to walk 10,000 steps a day. This is more for mental health and stress management, to be honest. I find I definitely go to the gym for my brain at this point. Number one, that's the first reason. It just helps with stress management. But I find that when I walk, I'm also better, more productive, calmer. My life is easier, life is better. Like everything is better when I do walks throughout the day. I can even write better and think better. I got an at-home treadmill recently. It like fits under your desk. And I've been walking on that a lot and I do a lot of writing that way. And it's just, I don't know, something about it is really great for my mental health, which then positively impacts my skin. The 10th action step is that I meditate for 3 minutes daily. I talked about this in another video recently. I feel like 3 minutes might sound ridiculous. It's not, I promise. Anything that you can do to slow down the thoughts, to quiet the noise, will be beneficial for you. I used to put so much pressure on myself to meditate correctly or to do mindful things correctly. And all that does is make you feel more anxious. It makes you feel worse. So you can do 3 to 5 minutes a day. Literally, I will sit, I have this weird ritual. For some reason, at the end of the day, my hands are always really dry, probably because I wash them a lot. Duh. I'll sit down at the end of the day, I'll put my hand lotion on, and then I'll turn on my timer for 3 minutes and I'll just sit for 3 minutes with my moisturized hand. And sometimes I just think about how I need to use actually more moisturizer on my hand. Like it's not a beautiful process. The point is it's a habit, it's a ritual, and it's a calming habit and ritual that really supports me. The 11th thing that I do for clear skin, which again, I'm realizing is a long list, but all of these things have just been integrated in my life, is my supplement routine. So I take very specific supplements for Jill's specific challenges, right? I take a multivitamin. I take coenzyme Q10 for my brains. I take omega-3s for lowering of inflammation. I take methylfolate for overall lady things. I take extra vitamin C, vitamin D, and then I take magnesium at night. We're all pretty commonly low in all of the things that I just mentioned, and a few of them are supplementary. Oh, I forgot. I take SAMe as well for kind of mental health stuff. And again, some of these are supplementary, but a lot of them are just, they make me feel good. So it's like, of course, I don't have to take them, but they do improve my life tremendously. So that's my clear code routine, my clear skin checklist. Everyone's is going to be a little different. And again, you can see how detailed, like I shared some broader details, but some are quite specific. And so what I like to help people do is to create their own clear skin checklist, which is what we do in the clear code. That being said, here's how you can create your own clear skin checklist. The first thing you want to focus on and think about and or determine are your root acne triggers. I have an acne personality quiz. You can download that via the link below. And basically you can take the quiz and it'll tell you your primary acne root trigger. You know, I listed a bunch of those at the beginning. It'll define that for you. And then from there, you want to take really specific action steps, okay? That'll allow you via that quiz. It gives you 3 to 5 action steps that you can add to your clear code checklist out the gate, right? They'll address either blood sugar management, gut health, hormonal balancing. And the goal and the key is to be really specific with those and try to commit to them for 2 to 6 weeks. You don't want to follow them for a week and then be like, screw this isn't working. 2 to 4 to 6 weeks of really consistent action step from this perspective will be transformative. The next action step you have to take will focus primarily on actually 2 things. You'll focus on detoxification and or your topical routine. For your topical routine, you want things to be as simple as possible. We're talking cleanser, moisturizer, something small for your actives, and that's it. Don't use oils, don't use crazy stuff, no 7-step skincare routine. Now, from a detoxification perspective, you're gonna think about how you move best that creates sweat. You're going to think and ask yourself, okay, what are the things that help me go to the bathroom routinely? Because even though I shared I drink water in the morning, I take my probiotics, I drink a certain amount of water every day, all the things, those support not only gut health, but also detoxification, liver detoxification, estrogen detoxification. So when you identify your root acne triggers, you'll be able to define 3 to 5 action steps for those specific root triggers. And then you'll also have to add on top any type of topicals that you want to use and or supplements that you want to use. So your clear skin checklist, especially at the beginning, when and if you're starting and or trying to heal your acne naturally, will be really small. We're thinking 3 to 5 to 6 action steps. 3 action steps that address your root acne triggers, and then 1 kind of list for your topical routine, 1 list for your supplement routine that address you and your specific challenges, and then 1 theme, 1 list for detoxification, how you're gonna get your body moving and sweating. Now, if all of this sounds wonderful, but you're like, I don't know where to start, and you really want help, you want someone to just tell you what to do and how to start to clear your acne naturally, how to define your root acne triggers, apply to my natural acne clearing program via the link below. I would love to see if we can help you. In the acne clearing program, we define your root acne triggers, we define action steps that we are going to take week over week to clear acne naturally, and then we put them together to create your clear code, which is essentially a clear skin checklist. And again, every action step we take is designed to be sustainable for you. Because if we define this big plan that you can't even follow, we have done nothing, right? If we define this big plan that is not even easy for you to sustain, we have done nothing. So the goal is to create a lifestyle that supports clear skin. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new one. And if you know someone who would benefit from this video, or you know someone who would find this helpful, like going down a list of things that you can do to keep your skin clear, or even hearing about my checklist, my clear skin checklist, please send this video over to them. I would love to be this like spark in the darkness for them about natural acne healing and what is possible. See you in the next one.